You don't find this town on maps. And if you do, it's already too late. It starts like any road trip mistake. A missed turn, a dying phone, a road that shouldn't exist, but does. Ethan Carter didn't believe in wrong places. He believed in GPS, logic, and gas stations every 20 miles. But somewhere deep in Alabama's backwoods, logic stopped working. The first sign was the silence. No birds, no wind, just the hum of his car engine echoing through trees that stood too still, too straight, like they were planted, not grown. Ethan frowned. This isn't right. His GPS had gone blank 10 minutes ago. No signal, no route, just a frozen screen. He tapped it. Nothing. Then the road narrowed. The asphalt cracked into dirt, and the trees leaned closer as if watching him pass. That's when he saw the sign, hand-painted, crooked, faded red letters. Welcome to Ho Fu Crete. Below it, something scratched out, like a name had been erased. Ethan slowed down. Great, one of those towns. You know the kind. Population, barely there. Gas station, diner, maybe a church, and people who stare a little too long. Still he needed fuel. And directions. So he drove in. The town looked normal. Too normal. Too normal. Every house perfectly spaced. Every porch light on even though it was still daylight. Every curtain slightly open like someone had just peeked out. Ethan parked near the only building that looked open. A diner. The sign flickered. Ho, Salo Crate Diner inside. The bell rang as he stepped in. Every head turned. All at once. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't dramatic. It was synchronized, like they had practiced it. Ethan forced a smile. Hey. No one responded. Then an old woman behind the counter spoke. Passing through? Her voice was thin, dry, like paper scraping wood. Yeah, Ethan said, rubbing his neck. Took a wrong turn. Need gas. Directions. She nodded slowly. Of course you do. Something about the way she said it made his stomach tighten. He sat down anyway. Because what else do you do? Tasta. The menu was blank. No prices. No descriptions. Just words. Meat STW special. Ethan laughed nervously. Guess I'll take the special. Bad joke. No one laughed. The old woman disappeared into the kitchen. The people around him didn't eat. They didn't talk. They just watched. Not directly. But enough. Enough to make him aware. Too aware. Then he noticed something else. No one had a phone. No watches. No bags. Nothing modern. It was like stepping into a place that had decided time wasn't necessary anymore. The food came quickly. A bowl. Thick stew. Dark. Rich smell, but unfamiliar. Ethan hesitated. You don't get many travelers, do you? The woman smiled. A slow, stretched smile. Not anymore. That answer didn't help. He took a bite and immediately regretted it. Not because it tasted bad, because it tasted perfect. Too perfect. Like every flavor he had ever loved, combined. Comforting, warm, addictive. He took another bite, then another, and another, and another. The room felt warmer, his thoughts slower. That's when he heard it. A whisper. Not from anyone in the diner, from behind him. Don't finish it. Ethan froze. He turned. No one there. Just an empty booth. Aha! When he looked back, everyone was closer. Not physically, but somehow nearer. Their eyes sharper, focused, hungry. Ah! He pushed the bowl away. I think I'm good. The woman's smile faded. You didn't finish. I'm not that hungry. Silence. Then she leaned in. You should finish what's given to you here. Her voice dropped. Low, heavy, almost threatening. Ethan stood up. I'll just pay. There's no charge. That stopped him. What? No one pays here. Now that wasn't right. He stepped back toward the door, every instinct screaming, "Leave, now!" But the door was gone. Where it should have been was just wall. Solid. Unbroken. Ethan's chest tightened. What the hell? The room shifted, subtly, like reality itself had blinked. The people stood up, all at once, chairs scraping in perfect unison. Ethan backed away. Okay, not funny. No one smiled. No one spoke. They just moved closer, slowly, deliberately. Then the old woman spoke again. "You shouldn't have come here hungry." Ethan's heart pounded. "I'm not, yes," she interrupted softly. "You were." Her eyes darkened. "And now, so are we." That's when he saw it. Their faces, not changing, revealing. The smiles stretched too wide, the skin too tight, the eyes too empty, like masks that had been worn for too long. Ethan ran, or tried to, but the room stretched, the walls bent. The diner wasn't a building anymore. It was something else, something alive. And then a hand grabbed his arm. "Cold, too strong. You didn't finish your meal." Ethan screamed. And outside, the town of Hollow Creek sat quietly, waiting for the next traveler. Because roads like that don't exist by accident. They pull you in, and once you arrive, you don't leave. Ethan didn't remember falling. He remembered the hand. Cold, inhuman, tight around his arm. Then darkness. Not the kind you see when lights go out. The kind that feels thick, alive, watching back. Data. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't in the diner anymore. He was lying on damp ground. The smell hit first. Rot. Earth. Something metallic. Blood. Ethan jolted upright, gasping. The sky above him wasn't sky, it was a canopy of tangled branches, woven so tightly that no light should have passed through, and yet a dull gray glow leaked between them, like something pretending to be daylight. "Where am I?" His voice sounded wrong, too loud, like the forest didn't want sound. Huh. Then he heard it. Whispers. Not one voice. Many. Layered. Another one. Still breathing. This one fought it. Ethan spun around. No, 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 who's there? No one, just trees. But the trees weren't still. They shifted, barely, like something inside them was breathing. Pasha. He staggered to his feet. That's when he saw the markings. Scratches. Deep, desperate gouges carved into the bark. Words. Names. Hundreds of them. Maybe thousands. Some fresh, some so old they'd nearly faded. Ethan ran his fingers over one. "Help me." Another. Daunt-E-T. Another. Daunt-E-T. Another. The "We're not people." His chest tightened. No, no, this isn't real. But it was, because then he heard footsteps behind him, slow, measured, familiar. Familiar. "He'd you woke up faster than most." Ethan turned. The old woman from the diner stood there. Except now, she wasn't pretending anymore. Her back was bent at an unnatural angle. Her smile stretched too wide, splitting at the edges. Her eyes hollow, not black, not white, just empty. Like something had scooped out the person and left the shell. Ethan backed away. "What are you?" She tilted her head. "We were like you once." That answer hit harder than anything else. "No, no, you're lying. We all say that at first." More figures stepped out from the trees. The same people from the diner, but stripped of their human act. Limbs slightly too long. Movements too smooth, too synchronized. Smiles that never blinked. Ethan's breath quickened. "You drugged me." The woman nodded. Yes. Why? She stepped closer. So you could see. The ground beneath Ethan's feet shifted. Soft. Too soft. He looked down and felt his stomach drop. It wasn't dirt. It was ash. Bones, ground so fine they looked like soil. Ethan stumbled back, horrified. No, 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 no. Duh, this place, the woman said calmly, is older than roads, older than maps. It doesn't appear. It doesn't disappear. She leaned in. It waits. Etha, Ethan shook his head. You're insane. We're hungry. The word echoed. Hungry, but not like people, not like animals. Something deeper, something that didn't end. Eta, Ethan turned and ran. This time the forest didn't stretch. It let him run. Branches tore at his arms. Roots tried to trip him. But he kept going, because anything was better than staying. Then he saw it, a road, real, solid, cutting through the trees like a lifeline. Ethan sprinted toward it. Hope exploded in his chest. Yes, yes, this is it. He reached the road, collapsed onto it, laughing, crying. I made it. I actually made it. Ha-ha. Then he looked closer, and the laughter stopped. The asphalt was cracked, old, and carved into it faint but visible. Tire marks, hundreds, all leading in one direction, into the forest, none leading out. Ethan's breath hitched. No. A car engine roared in the distance. Headlights cut through the trees. Ethan scrambled to his feet. Hey, hey, stop. The car slowed. A young couple inside. Confused, concerned. Are you okay, man? Ethan ran to them. You have to leave. Right now. Don't stop. Don't go into the town. Just turn around, Gio. They exchanged a look. Nah, we're just passing through. GPS sent us this way. Ethan's blood ran cold. No, no, listen to me. Edna. The girl in the passenger seat frowned. Wait, do you smell that? The boy sniffed. Food? Edna. Ethan froze. Behind him, the wind shifted and carried it. That same smell. Rich, warm, perfect, the diner. Slowly, the couple's expressions changed, confusion melting into curiosity. Then hunger. Tada. No, Ethan whispered. No, no, don't you dare. But they were already stepping out of the car. Drawn, pulled, like he had been. Ethan grabbed the boy's arm. Don't go there. The boy blinked, dazed. Just a quick stop. Huh. That's when Ethan saw them, standing at the edge of the trees, watching, waiting, smiling. Huh. The woman's voice drifted through the air. You can leave, Ethan. He turned. She stood there, unmoving, certain. What? You found the road. Her smile widened. That means you have a choice. Ethan's heart pounded. A choice. She nodded. Walk away. She gestured to the road. Forget this place. Then she pointed to the couple. Or stay. Etta. Ethan's stomach dropped. No, you understand now. Her voice softened. We don't hunt. She tilted her head. We replace. Ethan looked at the couple, already walking toward the trees, toward the diner, toward that thing. If you leave, she continued, they take your place. Ethan shook his head. That's not how this works. It is. The ground beneath him pulsed, like a heartbeat, slow, ancient. You felt it, didn't you? She whispered. The hunger. Ethan froze, because he had. That stew, that perfect taste, still lingering, still calling. Heta, you can fight it, she said, for a while. Her smile sharpened. But eventually, her voice dropped. You'll come back. The couple disappeared into the trees. The forest swallowed them whole, just like it had swallowed him. Ethan stood there, on the road, free, breathing, alive. But not okay. Because deep inside, something had changed. His stomach twisted, not with fear, with hunger. Tada! He dropped to his knees, gripping his head. No, I'm not like you, but the memory of that taste, that perfect, impossible flavor, it clawed at him. Tada! And the worst part, nothing else would ever compare. Haida, the woman stepped closer. Slow, patient. You don't belong out there anymore. Ethan looked up, eyes trembling. Shut up. You've seen the truth. The road behind him stretched into the distance. Freedom, escape, life. The forest behind her called to him. You can leave, she said again. No one will stop you. A pause. Then, but you'll be hungry forever. Ethan's breath shook. What happens if I stay? The woman smiled. Not cruelly, not kindly, just truthfully. Pata, you won't be alone. Hata, silence. Heavy, endless, heavy, endless. Hata. Then Ethan stood, slowly, unsteadily. Hata. He turned toward the road, took one step, then another. Hata. The wind carried the scent again, stronger now, closer. Atta, his stomach growled, loud, violent. Atta, he stopped. Atta, behind him, soft footsteps approached, waiting, not forcing, never forcing, never forcing. Atta, Ethan closed his eyes, tears slipping down his face. Then he turned around and walked back into the trees. The woman watched him go, satisfied. Huh, because the town of Hollow Creek doesn't trap people, it changes them. Days later, a new sign stood at the edge of the road, fresh paint, bright red letters. Welcome to Hollow Cree, Culcombe, to Hollow Cree, Talcombe. And inside the diner, Ethan stood behind the counter, still, silent, smiling. The bell rang. A traveler stepped in, lost, hungry, unaware. Etta, Ethan tilted his head and spoke for the first time. Tata, passing through?